It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. He bumped his head and he went to bed, and he couldn't get up in the morning. Hey up, how we doing? Welcome. So it's a brew day and it's really wet. Did you know? Let's do a fun fact.
Fun facts we brew a bit rickshaw. Yeah.
That nursery rhyme is about drinking. I thought that the old man had fell over, bumped his head, died in the night, and that's why he couldn't get up in the morning. But actually, he'd had a great big skinful. Fell over, banged his head, couldn't get up because he got a massive, huge, ginormous hangover. Who knew? Drink responsibly. Are there any other nursery rhymes, do you reckon? Do you reckon old Humpty Dumpty fell off that wall because he had too many hoe gardens or too many Stellas or something? I mean, I don't know. It might be worth looking into, mightn't it? If you know any, comment below. So, chucking it down with rain, we are well behind. It has been a stressful morning. So, it's a Friday and it is 11 plus results. So, Martha's gone off to school and we're expecting him in the post. So, everyone's a bit jumpy. She really wants to go to the school and she needs 11 plus. So, we will see. She's a bright girl, I'm hoping. And we've had some water. It's not just chucking it down with rain out there. We've had some water leaks. So I brewed yesterday. I brewed a bitter. I didn't get any brew footage of that because it's a standard bitter. Stocking up for Christmas. And so I didn't clean out properly. I swilled everything down. Got everything ready for a brew day today. And I came this morning, chucked my water in. And water spurting and chucking it out the quick disconnect on the tap. It's got an O-ring in it and it just got kinked, hadn't been put back properly. So that was easily sortable, but then my pump was leaking. So I had my pump to bits yesterday as usual to clean it out because I still hadn't sorted that out. I know, Clive, sorry, I'm gonna, these numbers are a bit tricky on these ordering bits, I don't want to get it wrong. And it was dripping out the bottom of the joint where you take the impeller off, which the impeller has to come off loads of times because the pump's rubbish, because it gets clogged with, it's just rubbish, does me head in. And I took it apart a few times, put it back together, and it just kept leaking. It's never done that before. I take it to bits every time I clean it. So I don't know. So I had to do a quick... I wanted to get on. I wanted to brew today. So I did a quick fix. That's the seal. And it obviously wasn't sealing for some reason. I don't know why, because it looks all right. So I just out my box, I got a thicker one. For now, same size. Those seal boxes are coming into their own already. Screwed it on. It's made a seal. We'll address that a little bit later. It's not leaking. We are all good. We're all good. Right, so, although it's a rainy day, you know me. Happy when I'm brewing. So we're all right. The stress is behind us. Should we see what we're brewing? Again, this is not going to be complicated. I'm using two hops that I've never used before. So I'm going to do a pale ale. And I'm not going to make it complicated because you know me, I'm not following a recipe on this one. So we're going to have equal amounts of bits. Let's have a look. We've got 4.5 kgs of Marisotta. We've got 100 grams of light crystal. We've got 50 grams of flake barley. Now I've got two hops I bought that I haven't used before. And normally I'd probably do a smash with each, but I've decided to put them together. Bit more interesting. We're going to do, and I know this is simple, but I'm really interested. I've got Ariana and Azacca, and I've never used either of them before. I've got 225 grams of each from Cross My Loof. So I'm going to make it simple. Like I said, it doesn't need to be odd numbers. I'm not putting in Brewfather this time because I've had some problem with Brewfather. Pay for the premium. It seems to change my how much malt I put in sometimes when I look back, because I still write it in my book just to double check. It sometimes drops a bit off. I'll put some on, and my boogoos and that are really high sometimes. I didn't know anything about this, but I've done a video and someone commented that must be really bit. And then I looked into boogoos, and I really should have done that before. Yeah, and it's coming up with some very odd numbers. So it's probably me not knowing how to use it. I did think it was going to be a bit technical for my little brain, but we will see. We'll persist, but these last two brews, I'm just doing them in the book, getting on with it. Okay, so Ariana, 11 alpha acids, 50 grams at last 10 minutes. We're going to have 50 grams of Azacca at 12.1 alpha acids at last 10 minutes. we're going to have 50 grams of Ariana, see what's going on here, and 50 grams of Azacca flame out for a 75-degree hop stand for 20 minutes. Now I've decided not to dry hop this. I'm going to do it in the Firmzilla. Late kettle additions, that's it. No dry hop. I'm going to use Cross My Live Clipper New England ale yeast for a bit of juice. I've only got one of these. I thought I'd buy one, try it. I'm going to have a go. I like this. I think somebody used it, I've seen. I fancy a bit of that. I had half a Protoflock, the other bit's crushed on there. That's a no. I'm not sure whether I ought to just pack up this morning or carry on. I've just got a bad feeling. I reckon it'll be alright. It'll be okay. Normally, I come in, everything works as it should. Smooth brew days. I don't normally have any problems with anything really. But there is a common denominator in that bleeding pump. That pump is the thing that generally causes me hassle. So, pressure fermenting in the Firmzilla for the second time. And I'll come back when there's anything interesting to talk about. Or I'll get some brew footage and we'll come back with a beer. I don't know which way it's going. I might have to get my boat out to go guess if I need anything. It's just not stopping. Anyway. So I've done it again. I have managed to ferment, keg, carbonate, love, cherish, look after, keep safe another beer to the point of glass. Always amazes me how I don't mess this up. There's so many variables. But yeah, I've nurtured again. So we are safely now in the glass. Carbonation streaming up the glass, lovely. Lovely fluffy white head. Not clear. I mean, it's not a million miles. I've got a funny feeling, it's quite a new keg this. I've got a funny feeling that clipper doesn't clear out as well. I'm not sure, first time I've used it. Something in the back of my head makes me think I've seen somewhere else. It doesn't. Anyway, here we are. So, Azacca and Ariana hops. I keep saying Ariana. Grandy. It's a grandy one. Oh, it's been a mad night. So, here we go. It's got 100 grams of each in, hasn't it? Fermented under pressure. It's got a lovely nose on it. Smells like a tropical bowl of fruitness. I'm going in. No bittering hops in this again. It's nice and smooth. That is nice and smooth. The fruit really comes through. Pressure fermenting, it's the first time, isn't it? Well, first time with a hoppy beer. I've done a Kolsch. But first time with a hoppy beer this is. We've had a couple since, which will be coming. Of course, it's got that citrusy note in it. It's fruity, it's tropical, it's citrusy, with some mango. It's got a good bit of mango, actually. The smell. It's definitely got a bit of blackberry and a bit of vanilla. Now, mouthfeel. How do you describe that mouthfeel? Hang on, let me think. I don't know whether it's because of the hops? Is it that clippy yeast? Or is it because it's fermented under pressure? That mouthfeel, but I can't describe it. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. But how would you describe, let me think about it. How would you describe this mouthfeel? Can't put it into words. I've got it in my head. I can think of it. I can visualise it. If only you could see that. I just can't. I can't put words. Can't put it into words. I just can't. You're just gonna have to. It's good. You're just gonna have to go with me. Sorry, guys. You're just gonna have to go with me. Head is sticking around. Carbonation's lovely. I love the colour. fantastic. It's not a tricky beer to brew, this. Them hops are absolutely lovely. And they've gone well together. Equal proportions. I think the Azacca may be a bit of a stronger, more pungent hop than the Ariana Grande. But they go. If I did double batches, if I had the capability, well, I've got two, but you know, in one big machine like a lot of you guys have got now, 2 kegs worth. If I had another keg of this, I would not be an unhappy bunny. In fact, I'd be very happy bunny. This, I've got some more left of this. Now, do I chuck it together again and just do another brew as a keg filler? Or do I try and pair it with something else? I haven't got any new fresh hops in at the minute that I haven't tried before. If you know of 2 hops, they're a bit out there and you don't see a lot of, and you've used them and you like them, or you just think they'll go well together but you haven't used them yet, pop them down below, 2 at a time, so they go together, and might get some and have a go at something different. I look down the list generally and go, I haven't seen them hops, or I haven't used those hops. Pick 2 and chuck them together maybe. I haven't done a smash for a while. This is an absolute proper triumph, I think. I'm very happy with this. It's absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. It's got a proper aroma on it. You know me, my olfactory is not fantastic. But as soon as I lift this up to my nose, when I've brewed, we know about bucket brewing, it's really good. Nothing wrong with it, absolutely. I've done it for years, fantastic. Keeping it under pressure, I think, is this what's happened? It's, as soon as I get that to my nose to take a sip, even without breathing in, I can smell that tropicalness. I've got another beer on at the minute using Clipper because I want to compare how good that yeast is. I've heard good things. But like I say, there's too many variables here. I'm a nightmare, aren't I? I've used 2 hops I've never used before. I've used a yeast I've never used before. And I've fermented under pressure. So I don't know what I'm loving so much about this beer has made it so as much as I like it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what's contributed to that. Because again, it's like your golf swing, isn't it? You're supposed to change one thing at a time so you know what works and what doesn't. I don't do that either. I'm a nightmare. Anyway, lovely. Absolutely lovely. Those hops are great. No dry hop. I didn't dry hop this either. These are just 10 minutes and flame out whirlpool. 75 degree C I think I did, didn't I? But absolutely, I am loving. This is one of my favourite pails I've done. I'm really seriously contemplating now revisiting old school, my 2 favourites. I did it a while ago, didn't I? Did I do was it an IPA or a pale? Mosaic and Citra. Early on in my brewing career, I was introduced to Mosaic and Citra and I just carried on the love with them. I embraced them all the way through up to now. And a while ago, didn't I? I did a Mosaic and Citra IPA or pale. I can't remember what it was. And it didn't disappoint. But now, under pressure, with maybe some Clipper, I might revisit that to see how, because I love those hops. I love them like I love life itself. And if that ups the game with those hops, fermenting under pressure and using that yeast, that's going to blow my mind. I might do an old school Citra and Mosaic again, and I might up the Citra and Mosaic a bit and make it proper out there. Oh, I might do. Anyway, back to the... Let's not get sidetracked. I do get sidetracked. I'm a bleeding nightmare. Anyway. Yeah. Bit of vanilla. Mango. Fruity citrus. The tropicalness. And I think there's definitely a little bit of some sort of berry, bit of berry in there, dark berry, some sort of dark berry. Anyway, you've heard me waffle on way too long now. Give those hops a go. Give that yeast a go. I'm very, 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 very happy with the results. Absolutely fantastic again. I am loving it. I'm loving it. Absolutely amazing. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone. Cheers.
Like, subscribe, and hit the bell.